The shrill buzz of Jessica's phone shattered the comfortable silence of their usual lunch table. Sarah, Emily, and Michael exchanged nervous glances. Notifications during class were strictly forbidden. Jessica, usually the epitome of cheerfulness, fumbled with her phone, her face draining of color. "Guys," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "It's from Alex." A collective gasp rippled through them. Alex had been a vibrant, funny presence in their group until a car accident 3 weeks ago. His death, sudden and brutal, still hung heavy in the air. Jessica, her hand trembling, unlocked the phone. A single, chilling message filled the screen. "Help me. Abandoned wing. Locker 247. The abandoned wing, a labyrinth of dusty classrooms and boarded-up windows, was a forbidden zone, shrouded in rumors and local legends. But the raw desperation in the message, the very idea of Alex reaching out from beyond the grave, pricked at their curiosity and gnawed at their grief. Driven by a morbid mix of fear and a desperate hope to help their friend, they snuck out during their afternoon free period. The abandoned wing loomed before them, a skeletal silhouette against the afternoon sun. Broken windows gaped like empty eyes, and a thick layer of dust coated everything. The air hung heavy with the smell of decay and forgotten memories. Following the tremor in her hands, Jessica led them down a narrow hallway, each creaking floorboard a hammer blow against the tense silence. Locker 247 stood out, its chipped paint a stark contrast to the uniform rust of the others. A single, faded photograph of Alex, his goofy grin frozen in time, clung to the locker door. With a deep breath, Jessica entered the combination Alex had texted them, his birthday. Inside, amidst forgotten textbooks and dusty notebooks, lay a crumpled piece of paper. It was a hand-drawn map, its crude lines depicting the abandoned wing and a star marking the library. The library, another forbidden zone, rumored to house a collection of occult texts confiscated from a black magic cult that had once plagued the town. Their unease deepened, but the promise of answers propelled them forward. The library was a graveyard of forgotten knowledge. Cobwebs draped the towering bookshelves, and the air was thick with the musty scent of aged paper. Following the map, they found a hidden compartment behind a bookshelf, revealing a leather-bound book with a tarnished silver clasp. As they brushed away the dust, the cover revealed a sigil, the same one that had adorned Alex's final social media post, a post they had dismissed as a dark joke at the time. The book, filled with spidery handwriting and arcane symbols, sent a fresh wave of terror crashing over them. It was a grimoire, a manual of dark magic. Frantic page-flipping revealed a horrifying truth. Alex, always drawn to the macabre, had dabbled in forbidden rituals. One, titled The Spirit's Call, bore a disturbing resemblance to the events of the past few weeks. The sigil, the location clues, the desperate plea for help. The ritual, they realized with sickening dread, was a gateway, a way for Alex to cheat death by tethering his spirit to the mortal realm. But something had gone horribly wrong. The entity he'd contacted was not Alex, but a malevolent spirit masquerading as their friend, feeding on their grief to solidify its hold on the world. Panic seized them. The grimoire offered a reversal spell, but it required specific ingredients: a vial of grave dirt, a silver locket containing a loved one's memento, and a single white candle. Desperate, they raided their lockers, pooling their meager resources. The air crackled with unseen energy as they performed the ritual, their voices trembling as they chanted the archaic words. A cold wind whipped through the library, extinguishing all light but the flickering candle. Shadows writhed on the walls, and a guttural voice, laced with fury, echoed from the book. The room spun, the air thick with unseen menace. Then, with a deafening crack, the spectral tendrils binding Alex severed. A gasp, ragged and weak, filled the room. Alex, translucent and barely there, materialized before them. "Thank you," he rasped, his voice a mere whisper. With a final, grateful smile, he faded away, leaving behind only a faint, cool breeze. Exhausted and shaken, they stumbled out of the library, the weight of the experience heavy on their shoulders. The abandoned wing remained a silent sentinel, its secrets buried once more. But they knew, with a chilling certainty, that some things are better left undisturbed. The school year progressed, a haze of grief and unspoken terror clinging to the group. They tried to resume normalcy, but the memory of the abandoned wing and the chilling encounter with Alex's spirit cast a long shadow. Jessica found herself drawn to the library, inexplicably compelled to revisit the scene of their ordeal. One afternoon, while accidentally left behind after detention, she found herself drawn to the occult section. The grimoire, inexplicably back on the shelf, seemed to beckon. Hesitantly, she opened it, the sigil on the cover burning into her memory. A new page, filled with fresh, spidery handwriting, had appeared. It was a single sentence, chilling in its simplicity. The gateway remains open. Panic surged through her. Had they failed? Was Alex still trapped? Or worse, had something else taken his place? Fear gnawed at her, urging her to share her discovery with the others. But the memory of the entity's fury, its chilling voice, made her hesitate. Days turned into weeks, and the weight of the secret began to wear on her. Unexplained occurrences started plaguing the school. Strange symbols appeared on the walls, faint whispers echoed in empty hallways, and a sense of unease settled like a heavy fog. The other students, oblivious to the true source, dismissed it as pranks or overactive imaginations. One night, Jessica dreamt of Alex, his translucent form etched with pain. "Help me," he pleaded, his voice weak and desperate. "It's getting stronger." Waking with a jolt, she knew she couldn't keep silent any longer. She gathered Emily, Sarah, and Michael, her voice trembling as she recounted the hidden message and the escalating hauntings. They were terrified, but the memory of their friend's gratitude spurred them on. Together, they formulated a plan. They would return to the library, armed with the grimoire and their newfound resolve. This time, they wouldn't just sever the connection. They would shut the gateway for good. The abandoned wing loomed even larger under the pale glow of the moon. Inside the library, the air hung heavy with anticipation. They found the hidden compartment empty, the reversal spell ingredients gone. A fresh wave of terror washed over them. The entity was aware of their intentions. With a deep breath, Jessica opened the grimoire to the final page. A complex ritual was etched there, requiring all four of them to stand guard at specific points around the room, chanting in unison. As they began, the room pulsed with unseen energy. Shadows writhed on the walls, and a cold wind whipped through the room, extinguishing the lantern they'd brought. Suddenly, a spectral figure materialized, a grotesque mockery of Alex, its eyes burning with malevolent hunger. It lunged at Jessica, who shrieked, her voice swallowed by the darkness. The others, fueled by a desperate need to save their friend and themselves, poured their fear and determination into the chant. The air crackled with raw power. The entity howled in fury, its form flickering and distorting. With a final, deafening roar, a blinding light erupted, consuming the library. When the light faded, they were surrounded by an eerie silence. Exhausted and shaken, they stumbled outside. The first rays of dawn painted the sky in soft hues of orange and pink. The abandoned wing stood bathed in the golden light, no longer a place of shadows and terror. They had won, but at a cost. The experience had forged an unbreakable bond between them, a shared secret that would forever bind them to that terrifying night. As they walked away, casting one last glance at the abandoned wing, a single white feather fluttered down, landing softly at Jessica's feet. A single tear rolled down her cheek, a bittersweet reminder of their lost friend and the price they paid to bring him peace. The gateway was shut, but the memory of the horror it unleashed would forever linger in the halls of their high school, a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk just beneath the surface of normalcy.